But let's start with the big story that we are breaking tonight here on the news today at 9. For days, it has been speculated as to who were the individuals who supported former IPL Commissioner Lalit Modi's claims to stay on in Britain, get residency status and also to get his passport revoked in India. Was Vasundhara Raje the only high-profile individual? Who were the others? Today, the list is being brought out. The Lalit League, as we are calling it, includes 3 former Supreme Court judges, a former Mumbai Police Commissioner, a senior editor, business executive, and of course, family members. Just who were they and how does their support now change the course of a story that has dominated the headlines for 2 weeks now? Let me first give you the big names that we are revealing tonight. Each one of them significant. Justice Jeevan Reddy, former Law Commission member, someone who has headed the Law Commission. He gave a legal opinion supporting Lalit Modi's passport restoration. This happened in 2013. The next person who supported him, Justice S.B. Sinha, former Supreme Court judge for 7 years from 2002 to 9. He too supported the passport restoration of Lalit Modi, gave a very strong opinion there. The strongest opinion came from late Justice U.C. Banerjee. Remember, he was the one who headed the Godhra inquiry. He actually supported the stay extension in the UK court, saying Lalit Modi was free to do by video conferencing if the Enforcement Directorate wanted to speak to him. All of them backing Lalit Modi. Who else backed Lalit Modi? R.D. Tyagi, former Mumbai Police Commissioner. In the 92-93 riots, he had been charged with firing on a mob. He's close to the Maharashtra political establishment. He agreed to be a witness in the case, went to the UK court and was cross-examined and supported Lalit Modi. Prabhu Chawla, senior journalist, one of the country's most senior editors. He was a witness in the case. He appeared and defended Lalit Modi in the UK court. These are some of the individuals, so it's not just Vasundhara. Clearly, Lalit Modi had a wide range of support when it came to his residency permit and restoration of the passport. Now, this dramatic new twist could add to the ongoing Lalit Modi tangle, because we actually have the legal documents that led to Mr. Modi getting a UK leave of stay in 2012 and his passport back in 2014. And as I said, it shows that not just Vasundhara Raje, but several top Supreme Court judges batted for him. 3 former judges giving their legal opinion in his favor. The former Mumbai Police Commissioner and a senior editor appearing in court for him, along with his family members. Take a look at what exactly they said and why this could be significant.
The Rajasthan Chief Minister may have battled for Lalit Modi in a British court by signing a witness statement in his support. But Vasundhara Raje was clearly not alone. After going through legal documents, India Today has found that at least 3 former Supreme Court judges, a former Mumbai Police Commissioner and a prominent editor have all supported the ex-IPL Commissioner at various stages. The support to Lalit Modi can be slotted in 2 clear buckets: legal support for his claim of residentship in UK and the endorsement for his claim in the battle in India to get his revoked passport reinstated. The 3 Supreme Court judges who provided legal opinion in Mr. Modi's favour, both for residentship and for his passport revocation, are Justice Jeevan Reddy, former chairperson of the Law Commission, Justice S.B. Sinha, who was a Supreme Court judge between 2002 and 2009, and late Justice U.C. Banerjee, who headed the Godhra train burning inquiry commission. Opinion papers accessed by India Today clearly show that Justice Jeevan Reddy and Justice S.B. Sinha supported Modi's plea to have his passport restored, while a third, Justice U.C. Banerjee, supported stay extension in Britain once his visa expired in March 2012. In his opinion, Sinha, for example, writes, "The Regional Passport Office ought not to have considered allegations of irregularities in IPL when Mr. Modi was chairman while impounding passport, since this is beyond the jurisdiction of the RPO or the Enforcement Directorate." Justice Reddy says in his opinion of October 2013, since Mr. Modi had made himself available for video conferencing, the Enforcement Directorate has no power to insist on the physical presence of Mr. Modi before them. Justice Banerjee was even more explicit when he wrote in February 2012, just ahead of Modi's case being heard in the UK courts. The fact is, there is no charge against him. The fact is, there is no conviction. Even the allegations against him do not appear to be serious, while adding, there appears to be a serious and credible threat to his life and security. The judges provided legal opinion. The witness list who actually appeared in court include the former Mumbai Police Commissioner R.D. Tyagi and senior journalist Prabhu Chawla. Other witnesses in the case include Meenal Modi, wife of Lalit Modi, K.K. Modi, his father, and R.K. Malhotra, chief executive of Modi Group company Indofin.
It is apparent that Lalit Modi had support which went well beyond Vasundhara Raje. And in the absence of any charge sheet, he was able to build a strong case both to stay on in Britain and to have his passport returned. And with the top judges backing his claims, clearly, he didn't just rely on Rajasthan Chief Minister for bailing him out. With camera person Satyendra Bhati, Arthur Khan in Delhi for India Today.
Now, since the morning, we've gone and tried to track down those who helped Lalit Modi in various ways. We went to Jeevan Reddy's office, Justice Jeevan Reddy's office in Hyderabad. We went to S.C. Sinha's residence in Delhi. We went to R.D. Tyagi's residence in Mumbai. And we also went and tracked down Prabhu Chawla, senior journalist here. Listen in first to Prabhu Chawla, who's responded to our India Today exclusive. He claims his witness statement was not so much in favor of Modi's residency status, but his claim was that Lalit Modi was a victim of a cricket and political vendetta.
I appeared in the court and deposed there because the question was limited to me. His advocates approached me and I went to London on my own expense and gave a statement to the court. That's a fact. And it's not a crime to give a statement because in a criminal justice, there are two sides of the story. I only told them what media was carrying in India, that there was a BCCI politics going on. A section of BCCI was against him because he was a successful IPL commissioner who created $1 billion industry, as India Today called it on the cover story. And they asked me the question whether there was jealousy against him or not. I said, yes, he is a victim of a political vendetta because whatever action has been taken against him, he had taken those decisions only after the approval of the IPL council members.
Okay, that is what Prabhu Chawla has to say. Justice Jeevan Reddy has reacted to us without coming on camera. He says legal opinion was sought and legal opinion was given. That's the end of the matter and nothing further. Former Mumbai Police Commissioner R.D. Tyagi, we went. He's refused to comment. Remember, he too is someone who appeared as a witness. My big questions that I want to raise, because these are valid questions that I believe will turn, in a sense, this entire debate in a way that we must ask. Is Lalit Modi to be seen as a fugitive or not? Remember, all the three Supreme Court judges in their opinion did not seem to see him as a fugitive of the law. Did Lalit Modi get and enjoy the support of several influential people? That's becoming increasingly apparent that he did. It was not just politicians, but police officers, journalists, businessmen. They were all supporting him in his attempt to get a passport as well as get residency. Can Vasundhara, and this is serious, can Vasundhara shoot off the shoulders of the three Supreme Court judges? Can she say, they appeared and they gave a positive legal opinion and therefore my witness statement should be seen in that light? That's a question that she could well raise and which we will try and answer today. Wasn't Vasundhara importantly a public servant unlike the others? Remember, she was a leader in the Rajasthan Assembly, not Chief Minister at the time, but their senior MLA and leader of the opposition. Shouldn't she answer that question? And fifth, can supporting Lalit Modi's case be seen as a private act, as a section of the BJP has appeared to imply both in the case of Vasundhara Raje and Sushma Swaraj? That's too a question that will be raised. What does this expose now mean, these documents mean, when judges of the Supreme Court have come out in favor of Mr. Modi in the manner that they have? CRK Swan, spokesperson of the Congress, joining me. GVL Narasimha Rao, national spokesperson, BJP. Indira Jaising, former additional solicitor general. I want to come to you, Indira Jaising, first. I have with me the opinions of these three judges, Justice Jeevan Reddy, Justice S.B. Sinha, and Justice U.C. Banerjee. They are all very clear. They believe that Lalit Modi deserved his passport back. And in the case of U.C. Banerjee, he believed that Lalit Modi could stay on in Britain and do video conferencing if necessary with the Enforcement Directorate. Do you believe that judges, former judges, are of course entitled to their legal opinion, their professional opinion. In this case, would this have affected this entire case far more than even a Vasundhara Raje could?
Look, it's undoubtedly true that it did and has affected the case, for the simple reason that these are men learned in law, presumably. And but I think what is even more frightening is that it could have affected a potential appeal to the Supreme Court of India. It's a different matter that there was no appeal ever filed. But I personally think that one of the reasons why 3 judges were requisitioned to give opinion is because in the event of a potential appeal to the Supreme Court of India, their opinion would weigh with brother judges of the Supreme Court.
So you believe their opinion would have weighed heavily when the High Court eventually decided in August 2014 to give Lalit Modi his passport back? You believe it could have even weighed with the British courts, which decided in 2012 to extend Lalit Modi's leave of stay? If a Supreme Court judge or a former Supreme Court judge gives a strong opinion, it makes a difference.
A major difference, not just a difference. And those who give the opinion are aware of it, those who take the opinion are aware of it. It needs to be put on the table that these opinions are paid for. These are not gratis opinions. So to begin with, it's highly improper for a retired Supreme Court judge to give an opinion when litigation is pending, because they do know that their opinions are going to be produced in pending litigation. Let's focus on India. They could be produced in pending litigation in India. Perhaps they thought nobody would get to know that they had given opinions which were produced in the UK court. And mind you, opinions are only produced from experts. So these are considered experts simply by virtue of being retired Supreme Court judges. It's a complete abuse and misuse of the position of a former Supreme Court judge.
Okay, so you're making a very important point, and which we will flash. You believe that the manner in which 3 former Supreme Court judges have gone ahead and given an opinion batting for Lalit Modi, you believe is in a sense they've gone beyond what their remit as Supreme Court judges, given the fact that there was pending litigation involving someone over whom there was a question mark. But CR Kesavan, that question mark itself of whether Lalit Modi is a fugitive or not, all the opinions seem to suggest that A, the manner in which the Enforcement Directorate and the Regional Passport Office acted in impounding his passport in the first place in 2010 was wrong. They seem to suggest that they do not see the cases that were being built in by the Enforcement Directorate strong enough for impounding the passport, and they don't, in some cases, in the case of UC Banerjee, see the case as so weak that they don't understand just why Lalit Modi was even being why show cause notices were being given. So am I to understand that the case against Mr. Lalit Modi itself was weak, and therefore is he only a prime time news fugitive or a political fugitive for the Congress party today?
Pertinent question, Rajdeep. We have to look at the timeline very clearly. See, the judgment of the High Court verdict of the passport came on August 27th, if you remember, in 2014 after NDA took over. If you go to the paper trail of Sushma Swaraj ji and Keith Vaz's email, he says on July 31st that Sushma Swaraj ji had spoken to Keith Vaz. That was when this whole issue was sub judice, Rajdeep. And you have to understand, the RPO, which comes under the External Affairs Ministry, is basically handling the case. So when you have the External Affairs Ministry as a respondent in a High Court judgment case, and the External Affairs Minister is speaking to British authorities and asking for them to give travel documents, it is complete contempt of court proceedings, and it will definitely have an impact. It's similar to what Arun Jaitley ji had done.
No, you're saying what Sushma Swaraj did amounts to contempt of court in a way. There are others who believe that Vasundhara Raje was guilty of
it could influence.
Just a minute. But I'm only now going by what the 3 Supreme Court judges in particular said and the manner in which they have given their legal opinion. They seem to suggest that Lalit Modi should not be treated as a fugitive or an absconder.
I will just answer that simply. See, if you see the way in which Vasundhara Raje ji had pleaded, to the British authorities, it pretty much said that they don't have any trust in the government of the day. Whether it's a Congress government or BJP government, it's regardless. They don't have trust in the governments of the day, the authorities and the institutions, and even the judiciary. And more importantly, I want to concentrate on this, Rajdeep, very important. Everybody has said there is a threat to this man's life. And you know, we think he's, you know, apprehending arrest, but he's away. But he says, I don't want to come back because my life is under threat. You please tell me, if anybody's life is under threat, will they tweet, I'm in Ibiza? Will they tweet, I'm in Venice? Will they tweet, I'm in a FIFA World Cup match? If you think somebody is going to harm him, they only harm him if they come to India.
Then you should have, because now we've got a situation where leading editors, business executives, a former police commissioner, have all supported his claim to stay on in London. You should have pushed for his deportation.
Rajdeep, I will answer that. Two things. First, note that this government never appealed the High Court verdict to the Supreme Court. It is very normally done. Here, a single judge first gave a verdict in a division bench. Usually it's appealed. They didn't choose to appeal. We don't know why. Second thing, please ask this government to reveal the papers. Mr. Chidambaram has said, ED notices were sent, 2 letters of extradition were sent. He met the Chancellor of Exchequer, George Osborne, and he said, reveal these documents and the truth will set you free. Why is this NDA government afraid to, reveal the documents which the Indian government, then the UPA, the finance minister had written to Britain? Why don't they reveal the documents?
GVL Narasimha Rao, while we bring out this revelations of those who appeared as witnesses for Lalit Modi, as we bring out the legal opinion of 3 esteemed judges, the fact is that none of this could necessarily have a bearing on what Vasundhara Raje did or Sushma Swaraj did. Vasundhara Raje, unlike the judges, was a public figure, holding a public servant at the time. She was a member of the Rajasthan Assembly. So she cannot take the line many believe that she was a private citizen. Similarly, Sushma Swaraj was the Minister of External Affairs when she decided to ring up and speak directly to the British lawmakers on behalf of Lalit Modi. So simply because these witnesses have spoken out for Lalit Modi, judges have spoken out for him, doesn't excuse what either Sushma Swaraj or Vasundhara Raje did, is one line of thinking.
We are not even trying to compare with all others who either gave a favorable opinion of Lalit Modi or who deposed for him or who submitted a witness statement for him. I think we have not done that so far, and we are unlikely to do that. But we have, on the merits of the case, both as far as Sushma Swaraj is concerned and Vasundhara Ji, in both cases the party has examined what they have done, and the party considers certainly these are not improper given the context and the background.
So the party doesn't register the concept of conflict of interest? The party doesn't seem to see the distinction to be drawn by someone who's a public servant. Remember, the Prevention of Corruption Act, Section 13(3)(d) is very clear. If you do not act in the public interest and provide undue benefit to an individual, it will be seen as corruption. Now, helping Lalit Modi stay on in Britain, helping Lalit Modi get a passport will be seen by some as undue benefit, sir.
No, you see, she has not filed a affidavit on his behalf. She had not deposed. So the so-called witness statement had only notional impact. And
I have checked this with the British courts. It has more than notional impact, sir.
No, okay.
It is part of the court records. Okay, let's not say notional. Yes, she did not appear personally in the case as Prabhu Chawla or an R.D. Tyagi did, but she did put her statement before the courts. Signed statement.
No, okay, if there is if there is anything illegal about it, obviously let the law take its course. But rather than carping and complaining, holding 3 press conferences a day, Congress has a lot of out-of-business lawyers. They can pursue cases. But the real question they have to answer is, what was Robert Vadra cutting deals with? What deals was he cutting with Lalit Modi, meeting him in London?
No, this is now, with due regard, sir, there is a lot that Robert Vadra has to answer, and I'm going to come to that in a moment. But Robert Vadra, Lalit Modi says he met them in a restaurant accidentally. Now you are saying he's cutting deals with Robert Vadra. Let's focus on the question.
Possibly.
The question at the moment is why your party should be honest enough to tell me today, do you believe Lalit Modi is a fugitive? And if he is not, why are you embarrassed to say that he is not? That's as simple. Be like the judges. Say what the judges are saying.
I have said this. I have said this repeatedly on your program a couple of days ago also. I'm not a student of law. He is certainly an accused in a number of cases. He's being investigated. He is wanted by the law. So if that makes him an absconder, I think he is an absconder.
He's an absconder. Who your government? He's an absconder. Then that puts you in the trap of Vasundhara Raje and Sushma Swaraj being seen to help out an absconder. So the party has to be very clear on that, like the judges are in their legal opinion. Quick word from you, C.R. Keswan, and then I'll go to Indra Jai Singh.
Yes, judges, I would consider
Rajdeep, please focus on this.
Yes.
Rajdeep, please focus on the document
What is it that you're showing?
This is a press conference did by the Congress party today. It is the affidavit of Vasundhara Raje ji, 2013 affidavit. It very clearly says that she has 3,280 shares in Niyant Heritage, which is the company through which Lalit Modi from his, Ananda Heritage has transferred the money. This shows a clear pecuniary link. That till now it was obstruction of justice. It's a pecuniary link, a clear case of quid pro quo. Please go to the Election Commission website, and it shows the affidavit of Vasundhara Raje ji. It says that she owns 3,280 shares at 10 rupees.
I'm going to come precise. Just a minute, sir. I'm going to come precisely to that question of whether there is a privileged financial relationship between the two. Just give me half a second. I will come to that. Before that, Indra Jai Singh, before you leave us, I want a final word from you. Do you believe that the manner in which, as we've shown here, prominent individuals, whether they are editors, whether they are former police commissioners, whether they are judges, seemingly going out of the way, some would say, to support Lalit Modi, does that suggest something to you about what I call the Indian political league in this country?
Rajdeep, you must correct yourself. They didn't go out of the way. They went on their way. I just told you that only people who are considered experts give evidence in a foreign court. And so these people have gone there to give evidence as expert witnesses. They've gone there to testify to character. Okay? The witnesses are of various kinds. They are experts, they testify to character. So they have gone with that intention. So it's not something that they've done by the way, it's something they've done very consciously, believing full well. Now, Rajdeep, I want to just read to you the definition of, somebody used the word political fugitive. There is no such thing as a political fugitive, but let me tell you, there is an exception to the extradition rule if a person is being persecuted on account of his race, his religion, his nationality, or political opinion. Now, when you say political opinion, it's something like you are being persecuted because you're a communist, or you are being persecuted because you hold a particular point of view. Okay? It's nothing to do with a war between two different politicians. So let's be very clear what is the meaning of the word political fugitive. A political fugitive is a person who has an ideology, a political ideology.
For you, is Lalit Modi a fugitive because there were 15 show cause notices? He says he was replying to all of them from abroad, that there was no solid case which had been built against him. Does he constitute as a fugitive or not? Quick answer.
Okay, look here. The law says a fugitive is any person convicted or accused of an offense. If he is accused of an offense, he is considered a fugitive if he is unwilling to submit to the jurisdiction of Indian laws despite summons and despite notices.
So a video conference is not enough?
Look, it is the privilege of the investigating agency to decide whether they are happy with the video conference or whether they want the person sitting in front of them personally. This is not an issue for any court to decide or an expert to decide.
Okay. Indra Jai Singh, you've been very clear on that. Thank you very much for joining us, because I'm going to return to the politics now in a moment. C.R. Keswan raised the issue of a financial relationship between Vasundhara Raje and Lalit Modi. That's what the Congress now is hitting at, claiming that there has been a quid pro quo, both in the setting up of a cancer hospital and now they say in a hotel project. Take a look at this report, even as the BJP is meeting to strategize their next move.
India, you had given her a clean sheet.
नए नए इसमें मंत्रियों के त्याग पत्र नहीं होते हैं भैया, वो यूपीए गवर्नमेंट नहीं है, एनडीए गवर्नमेंट है।
This signature of Rajasthan Chief Minister has most certainly put the BJP on the back foot. As pressure mounts to prove that the party is in the right, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley rushed to meet PM Modi and BJP President Amit Shah. But it's Raje who is in the eye of a big political storm, a big quake that hasn't been witnessed by the government yet. While her colleagues at the centre defended her with their silence, she prepared a 5-point defence to prove her innocence, claiming that she only helped Lalit Modi as a friend. It seems that her troubles from the RSS camp may end. But another link to this whole saga is strong enough to nail Vasundhara Raje. Raje government's deal with the Portugal hospital in 2014, where Lalit Modi's wife underwent treatment, has now put the spotlight back on the links between the two.
राजस्थान सरकार की मुख्यमंत्री जी ने स्टेट के रिसोर्सेज के आधार को उस हॉस्पिटल के जो फाउंडेशन है उसको उन्होंने अपने स्टेट रिसोर्सेज को उनके डिस्पोजल में दे दिया और एक एमओयू किया उन्होंने।
और माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी ने ये सपना देखा और हमने एक्सपर्ट कमेटी बनाकर विश्व के ख्यातिनाम किसी कैंसर इंस्टीट्यूट के साथ अगर एमओयू किया तो एक बार नहीं हम 2 बार करना पड़ा तो भी करेंगे। कांग्रेस पार्टी और उनके प्रवक्ता जिनको कोई और मुद्दा नहीं मिलता, बिना मुद्दा, बिना आधार के, बिना तथ्यों के इस प्रकार के अनर्गल आरोप लगा रहे हैं।
ब्यूरो रिपोर्ट, इंडिया टुडे।
Meanwhile, there was another twist. Lalit Modi's tweet on Robert Vadra and Priyanka words between the Congress and the BJP. BJP alleging links between the former IPL boss and the Gandhi family after Mr. Modi claimed to have run into Priyanka Gandhi and her husband Robert Vadra in London. The charge aggressively denied by the Congress, and Priyanka Gandhi's office issuing a statement that she had not a meeting even socially with Lalit Modi. Let's return then to CR Keswan, GVL Narasimha Rao, and also our correspondent Sanket Upadhyay joining me from Jaipur. Sanket, I just want to get a sense first of this so-called quid pro quo that the BJP is, that the Congress is now talking about. This hotel project. Tell us a little bit more. Are links emerging between Vasundhara and Dushyant, her son, and Lalit Modi on the other that could embarrass her? Or is this a return of the same case that the Congress was talking about during the 2008 elections?
Well, yes, Rajdeep. As far as the Congress is concerned, they want us to believe that there is a quid pro quo. But at this present moment, Rajdeep, this is an allegation, a political allegation. What Vasundhara Raje's camp as well as spokesperson here in Rajasthan are actually saying is that there is absolutely no way you can establish the fact that just because Lalit Modi's wife or a person was treated in a particular hospital and that is why this MOU has been signed. Be that as it may, even if that were the case, Vasundhara Raje's loyalists actually say that this is an MOU that has been signed purely to provide consultation, purely to provide technical assistance.
Sanket, I can understand that the Rajasthan government. Sanket, I can understand that the cancer hospital project MOU has been signed 2 months after Lalit Modi's wife was treated in the same hospital in Portugal. The hospital then comes and says it will set up a charitable hospital in Rajasthan. But what about the hotel deal? Well, 10 rupee shares of the hotel project of Dushyant Singh, yes, in which Vasundhara Raje, according to her affidavit, has more than 3,000 shares, were purchased by Lalit Modi at 96,000 shares. What is the explanation being offered there on the ground in Rajasthan for it?
There is, Rajdeep, that's really the tricky bit, because the Congress feels that they've hit gold with this particular hotel, Dholpur hotel project. They feel that there are irregularities. As far as Vasundhara Raje is concerned, in a late evening development, she got her trusted lieutenant to come out and say that she does have shares. She is in possession of those shares which were gifted to her on her birthday by her son and daughter-in-law. That's how she has actually got those shares.
Okay, hold on. Sanket, you're making an important point. Yeah. Vasundhara Raje's supporters saying she's been gifted those shares. GVL Narasimha Rao and CR Keswan. Do you get gifted shares at 10 rupees, which Lalit Modi then comes and buys at 96,000? Many will say this is exactly what many believe these cases are. Cases of money laundering or cases of providing special benefits. Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao, how do you answer that? And then I'll get Mr. Keswan to quickly respond.
I think Rajdeep, people have to understand how private limited companies, closely held private limited companies operate. This is a company where Dushyant Singh and his wife had more than 90% of the shares, and a part of the shareholding they had, and their shares were issued to them by the company at the face value.
Yes.
Then they transfer a part of the shares they own, both wife and husband. They transfer a part of the shares they own in 2013, not in 2007, 8 or 9. So 2013 they transfer to the mother, and they say it's a gift. They could have sold it at 10 rupees, they could have sold it at 1,000 rupees, they could have given it for free. In a family, aren't gifts allowed in a family?
I see, it's a gift. It's a gift. It's a family gift. It appears that Lalit Modi has, in this sense, given a big gift to Vasundhara and Dushyant. Quickly respond, CR Keswan, because I can see you're smiling.
This is distorting.
Rajdeep,
no, you're distorting.
Rajdeep,
you're distorting.
This is not a birthday
please, no.
gift.
Let me clarify.
Can I
please
let me
clarify?
Let him clarify. Let him clarify.
Let him not make it like other channels.
Let him clarify. Let Mr. Narasimha Rao clarify. Yes, Mr. Narasimha Rao, you want to clarify?
Okay. Yeah, you see, Dushyant Singh and his wife, between them, they owned about 10,000 crores in 2013, and they transferred about 3,200 odd shares to the mother, and they did not take money from her.
Yeah.
What is big deal about it? Can you not give a part of your
balance or your assets to your children? Quickly respond. Quickly respond. What is the big deal in a transfer of shares?
There is no problem in a mother. There is no problem in a son or a daughter-in-law transferring shares to a mother. Nobody is questioning that. Please see the timeline again. 2011, Vasundhara Raje ji gives a pleading statement to the British authorities to help a fugitive or an absconder like Lalit Modi. Then, in 2013, in an email to Gershon, she confirms the statement in email saying, I confirm the content of my statement of supporting this immigration application, though I can't come. Then the share transfer happens. This is called a quid pro quo. If Lalit Modi had not routed it from a fictitious malicious company to his company, and if Lalit Modi had not...
A bit like what the BJP accuses the DLF Vadra deal to be.
Please repeat your question.
A bit like what the BJP accuses the DLF Vadra deal to be. This seems very similar.
Rajdeep,
very different, very different.
Patiently without GLF. No, Mr. Narasimha Rao's interruption. Yes. Don't sound us out. Let me say, there have been two Supreme Court and one High Court, directions with respect to Mr. Vadra's deal. And there is a government of Rajasthan which is BJP, central government is BJP and Haryana is BJP. Anybody is open to any probe.
For 5 years you were in power in Rajasthan. 5 years you were in power in Rajasthan. You should have acted on this.
Now, 1 year they were there. The Supreme Court turned it down, High Court turned it down. Now the BJP is there in all the 2 states and the centre. What we are saying is Vasundhara Raje is a quid pro quo, and this share, it has benefited her 31 crores. How can a 96,000 rupee share be bought for 10 rupees here?
Okay.
And that is the problem.
I think that is clearly the question. That is clearly the question that will continue to haunt the BJP. How can a 10 rupee share, you're saying, be bought at 96,000? Vasundhara Raje gets windfall profits. Many will say it's very similar to the Vadra model that the BJP has been talking about in Haryana. Let's leave it at that. Today what we've done in this case, we've tried to move it forward.
Haryana government.
Haryana government. The Prime Minister should speak, Rajdeep. I think the Prime Minister should break his silence.
No, let's not go to the Prime Minister today. We'll come to the Prime Minister on another day.
There is no government route.
We are trying to make sense of this case for our viewers.
Haryana government was involved. Haryana government did a favor to Vadra.
Sir, I'm going to now. I don't want to make it about Vadra versus Dushyant. All I was trying to suggest is both models need careful investigation. Let's leave it at that. Mr. Keswan, GDL Narasimha Rao, appreciate your joining us. Thank you very much.